Hey everybody, it's Nicole from 'Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I am working with the Midnight Seamstress kit for December for the scrapbookingcoach.com. And this is the card that I'm going to be making. It's titled I'm So in Love with You. And the first thing I did was I had this very purplish, pinkish colored cardstock already on my table. And so I decided to make a 6x6 card, and now I'm just looking for what pattern paper I want to go on the card, and I decide this paper is it. So I do just look to see what else there is, but I go back to that paper from before. A lot of this was a little bit too busy, so I go with this one, and then this is going to be the front of the card. So there's I'm going to mat it with the back and use the front as the front. So I cut it down to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 for the black part, or the deep, deep, deep purple part. And then for the front, I cut it down to 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. So you can see there, I have just a slight mat for that. And then I'm looking at my sentiments page, and I obviously go with the I'm so in love with you sentiment. And then I also decide to cut out some little tiny hearts that I'm going to fussy cut and glue onto the card as well. See, I bring it back right now. And yep, I'm going to cut those out. Then I just fussy cut those, which is pretty simple because they're just hearts. I do like to fussy cut a lot, and for this card I have already fussy cut one of the floral background papers, so that's kind of in my little pouch there to the left. I'm going to add some of this embroidery floss around the card, and there we go. I'm going to go ahead and tie that right there, just in a knot, because it's not long enough to tie in a bow. And then just cut off extra stuff. My scissors don't work too well with that floss for some reason, so I have to grab my other ones. And now here I'm going to bring in some of the fussy cut flowers. I'm going to use 2 pink ones with a bunch of the cut out leaves. So you can see that there. This is where I'm going to go ahead and place them. I do audition them over to the right of the page, just thinking, you know, what does it look like over there? And I'm just not happy with it. No, I'm going to go back over here. I decide to add some more embroidery floss by adding a bow. First time I do it, I cut it too short, and my bow is a little dinky, so that goes in the garbage. And then I do another one that is very loose and flowy, and I'm going to glue it right there just to add some extra softness and flowiness to this card. And now I'm going to bring in some gauze or cheesecloth, and I have this little piece, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it in half to bring it so that it's poking out underneath my flowers. So one on top and one below. So I'm going to bring that up. There we go. Now it's just peeking out. I want it a little bit more. And there we go. I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to secure it by popping this dimensional foam right on the flower, and then putting it down on the card. So I have that. Now I'm going to do the other one. It's going to be right there. And I kind of move my my cheesecloth to be just poking out behind the flower, and then once again I'm going to use my dimensional foam tape to put it all down and stick it to the card. So it turns out pretty good. I like how that's looking. Now I'm going to go ahead and ruffle up the flowers and the leaves to give it some more dimension, I'm going to glue down these leaves in these two separate areas. So that's done. Now I'm bringing in my sentiment. I'm kind of auditioning it in different places, and of course I decide to go right on top of the flowers. I'm going to pop that up as well. There we go. And then here we go with the hearts. Just going to add those. I'm going to add those down with my art glitter glue. I auditioned that one on the bottom a couple times, but this is where I wind up liking it the most. So here I am adding just a little bit more foam tape under the sentiment. I had to double it up, but I wanted it to be sticking down more. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my cards, my cardstock to my card base. And I again auditioned it as crooked just to see what that would look like, and I decided to just go with a clean look with the double matte. So I'm using my foam tape here. This is Big Mama foam tape in the 1/8 inch depth, and that's my go-to. That's my favorite of pop-up adhesives, so you'll see me use that a lot. Mine is almost done. So there we go. That's all popped up and ready to go. Now I'm going to add some Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins again. I think this is Holidays. I add some turquoise and some clear and some little white colored flowers into this mix. I might add two different sequin, teal type sequins, I'm not sure. But you can see right here, that's where I'm adding all my sequins, and then I'm going to glue those on off camera, so you don't have to watch me gluing those. I do start it. Of course, I use my art glitter glue and my favorite tweezers. Now, I almost forgot some buttons from the kit, so I'm going to add those buttons just peeking out from behind stuff, florals and leaves and stuff like that. So I add 3 buttons, not any of the gigantic ones, but some pretty good ones. And again, I'm just adding them so that they're peeking out from behind, just adding that extra touch. There we go. Now I'm going to bring in one of the holographic butterflies. Again, I feel like this card isn't screaming gold to me, so I'm going to use the silver side. And I am going to fussy cut around the butterfly just so that it gets rid of that extra clear space next to them. I don't like that, especially since it's pretty thick around it. So I just go ahead and fussy cut it out. And then I'm going to add it right there. And what I do is I fold the wings up and glue the center down. So I don't like just fold it in half. I only fold the wings part and make sure that the body is still flat. So that's it. That's my card. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm going to have the information for the kit down below in the description. So if you are interested in the kit. And thank you so much for watching today. Until next time.